guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about this beautiful eyeshadow palette right over here that just launched. So let's get into it. First things first, I love the packaging. Like, how can you not love this packaging? It's everything to me. Like, it's just so pretty and so just spring. It says that just from the packaging it seems like a spring eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I love that. It has these little holes that you can pop and rearrange your eyeshadow palette the way you want it to. And let's get to see the swatches. I have to say that I rearranged it myself because I got it like a week and a half ago, and I've been using it constantly to actually get an opinion about it, and I have to say that I like it best this way, and I don't know, it just seems more cohesive to me this way. It's just so pretty. Like, when I first saw it, like, I was mesmerized. I knew that I was gonna love this, but I have to say that I have some mixed opinions about this. So let's get into it. Well, I'm gonna swatch it the way it is, like not really, I don't know, paying attention to the way it was. Like, I rearranged it for a reason because I like it more this way. And yeah, the first swatch is, sorry, I don't even know the names because I rearranged everything, so it's a bit of a mess, but yeah, I'm gonna show you some swatches so you get the vibe of the palette. Of course, I'm gonna do two swatches because one won't do justice to the shades, and this is the first shade. Next up, we have this peachy type of a shade that I really like. It's the perfect transition shade for any eyeshadow. Like, even if you do like a brownish eyeshadow look, you're gonna love this. Next up, we have, actually I know the name of this one is Feather because I've been obsessed with this shade. Like, I love this lilac-y, purpley, periwinkle type of shades. Like, I'm obsessed with these. Side note, I don't really like Natasha's formula, cream tea powder formula. Like, I don't know what to say about that one, but other than that, yeah, I've been obsessed with the mattes. Next up, we have this pink shade. Like I said, I'm gonna do two swatches. And until now, we only have like the mattes, and as you can tell, they're pretty okay for a pastel palette. Like, with two, this is the swatch from two swatches, 2 layers, and yeah, really pretty if you ask me. And next up, we have the shade that I love the most, but the shade that I hate the most at the same time, because it gave me such a headache to use and apply. As you can tell, it developed some hard pan and I had to scrub it and get into it. I don't know why it did that, but yeah, it did. And yeah, I have a video about getting rid of hard pan if you wanna check that out. So it's in the description down below. But yeah, next up we have this purpley shade that I think it's called Bora, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna do two swatches. Yeah, it's a pretty shade, but I don't know, it doesn't really show up on my eye when I use it. Like, if I use a brush, I don't know, it lacks that punch in a way that I wanted this shade to have. Like, basically it's the deepest shade in the eyeshadow palette, so it would have been nice to actually have it pack a punch and actually deepen up, like, something at least. I don't know, but yeah, I like it, but it's a bitch. It's a bitch to work with. Next up we have this blue shade that I'm obsessed with this shade. Like, I have some shades that I'm pretty much obsessed with, and I don't regret for a second that I got this eyeshadow palette, because I know that I'm gonna get a ton of views out of these ones. But some formulas are just not it. I don't know. It's a shame, because this could have been so much better in a way, but it just isn't. And this periwinkle blue, like periwinkle blue, not periwinkle, is like a purplish shade, right? This blue shade that is deeper, but it's not that deep. Like, yeah, I can see a difference, but when you actually blend them out, like, yeah, it's not really a difference at all. So yeah, I have kind of mixed opinions about this one and the purple one. Yeah, not my favorite. Next up we have, I think this one is called, I don't know, Duet Bellini, I don't know. I just know that it's not called Starlet, because that one is the red one. So yeah, here we have this neon green that I actually kind of really like. Like, I was not expecting to love this as much as I do, but I do. So yeah, it was a journey with this eyeshadow palette. It was a learning curve, if you ask me. Next up we have this satin type of a finish shade that I don't really like, because I don't really like satin shades as a rule. So yeah, it's okay, it's fine. Like, I have no issues with it. Is this like a seafoam green, if you ask me? That it's really pretty, I can't complain about it, but not really my favorite. Satin shades are not it for me. So yeah, just a personal opinion. And yeah, this is more than half of the eyeshadow palette. So yeah, until now, pretty shades. Like, I have no complaints about their look. So next up we have this green right over here that I love this. I love this green with all my heart. Like, I think if I'm gonna end up using this eyeshadow palette up, like using the entire eyeshadow palette, I'm definitely gonna get it again, just because of that shade over there at the bottom, that green. It's perfection. It's just beautiful. So yeah, I'm obsessed with that green. Next up we have not the only duochrome, but kind of. This one is called Tool, because I know that it was over here, and this one, this is the one that I'm talking about, and it has like a duochrome, like, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, like a duochrome type of a finish that I'm not mad about, but it's so subtle that it's way too subtle, like way too subtle. That I know that it's not that at the indie brands standards, but yeah, it's not something that I'm obsessed with. You know, it's there. It's fine. I like using it as an inner corner shade, so yeah, I'm fine with that. Next up we have, I think this one is called Limoncello, and this one was in the Tropic eyeshadow palette that is right now discontinued, so there's that. I'm gonna do 2 swatches. Yeah, the issues I have with this eyeshadow palette is the fact that the shimmers are not as sparkly as I would have wanted them to be. Like, I know that the Natasha Denona can do some sparkly shimmers. These are not it. Just, I think the sparkliest shimmers are this green right over here, and this one, This one it's okay, and this one is pretty good too. But this one and this one, amazing. At my shimmer standards, they raised to the occasion. But the other ones, they're pretty lackluster if you ask me. And this is the other duochrome. I hope you can see. This is the other duochrome. It's pretty, but I would have wanted something a little bit just more. Maybe that's just me and I'm crazy, I don't know. But yeah, here it is. Like, I'm gonna bring my hand closer once I finish swatching everything. And this pink is just so pretty. It's just beautiful. And I'm gonna do a swatch with just this pink to show you how similar it is to the pinks, the shimmer pinks in the retro one, in case you wanted this eyeshadow palette for this pink right over here, like at the top. And last but not least, we have Starlet. Is this red type of a shade that has like a little bit of gold in there, and I never thought that I was gonna like a red shade this much, so it was a nice surprise. And yeah, I like that, but yeah, this is the entire eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna bring my hand closer so you guys can see better. And as I said, these don't have that much shimmer, like as much as I would have wanted them to have. So that's a bummer, but it is what it is. And yeah, they're pretty, but too subtle. And I know that it's a pastel palette, I know that, but I feel like it's just too subtle. The quality is there, except like the ones I'm mad about are these two, the purple and the blue one. Other than that, I had no issues with the quality with any of them. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, to have like two duds, maybe I'm not using them correctly. It could be, I don't know. But once I get a brush in there, they just don't pick up on the brush. Like, yeah, it does have, when I use them, it does give my, they do give my eyes like a hue of blue or purple, but not as close as the Swatch, or as how they look in the, like how they look in the palettes. So yeah, I'm not so happy about that. For $65, it's kind of pricey. I would suggest you, I don't know, if you really like the color story, like if you know you're gonna love this, go ahead and get it. If you're more used to the punchy shimmers and really glittery eyeshadow and everything, this is not it. This is just not it for you. But the quality is there. Like, I have no complaints, except these two. Like I said, this one and this one. I'm not gonna repeat myself because I'm starting to sound crazy, but I think this is everything I had to say about the eyeshadow palette. Like I said, the packaging is to die for. It's so pretty. I'm gonna swatch the two pinks from the retro one, so you guys can see if they're similar or not to the pink right over here. Well, as soon as I saw that pink, I knew that it had something in common with this one or this one, and I'm gonna swatch them both because I have not swatched them side by side. This is the retro eyeshadow palette, also from NATASHA Denona. And we have this pink. Well, on top we have glitz, and on the bottom we have psychedelic. So the three pinks, on top we have glitz, and on the bottom psychedelic. As you can tell, they're pretty similar, but the one from Pastel has like a bit more of a pink tint to it than those other two. But yeah, they're pretty similar. I think Psychedelic is the closest one. This one has a little too much of a gold shimmer going through it, so yeah, I don't know. I think I like the one from Pastel more, just my opinion. So I think I'm done with the video. This is everything I had to say about the eyeshadow palette. It's good. It's good. It's good quality. I can't complain. Like, it's okay. But it's a little too pricey for $65. So if I were you, I would get it on for the VIB sale that's coming. So yeah, just an opinion. And yeah, like and subscribe if you want to, and see you next time. Bye!